an expert in life planning. He's a certified life planner as well. And one of the things that I admire of Jonathan is his passion for what he does and the way he's true to his values. He's a guy that you probably don't know, some of you, at least from him, but he's an army guy. So for him, integrity and service is a big part of what he does. I also admire from him this other value, which is sports and sportsmanship. He's a true gentleman. You might not know that he was a semi-professional rugby player. If you meet him in person, probably you can tell that he's a rugby player. And that means also he has that value about him. He has coached financially generations or different generations in business. So the first or the grandpa in the family, and then the sons, and then the children, the grandchildren, and he's been very successful in the UK, and now he's making his life in Spain. So without further ado, I would like for you to put your hands together for Jonathan Holdaway, and then enjoy his presentation.
Thanks very much, Nathan, for that introduction. Just a couple of points there. The life planning bit, I am a life planner, but I'm not a registered life planner yet. I'm currently doing the 6-month mentorship for the Institute, which comes to an end in November. So very means is that I've achieved a high level of qualification in the UK, the highest level of qualification actually in the UK as a financial planner, which I've been doing for over 25 years. And as I said, the motivation or the inspiration or my why to become a financial planner is on my website, and it's concerning my father and the fact that he didn't have any advice about his pension and so on and so forth. So go to my website and read my why. So what I say is I have 3 hats, basically. I have the life planner, chartered financial planner, and an independent financial advisor. So I have 3 different services. And as Nathan has already explained my background, I thought it would be quite fun, bearing in mind it's Halloween tomorrow and everybody's going to be dressing up, to wear hats that signify parts of my life. So this is a rugby tour hat from I don't remember when. So many tours, so many different places. But this is one of my tour hats, and this is my tour nickname for the tour was JJ, because my initials are Jonathan James. So that's my tour hat from Bournemouth Rugby Club. And when people come to talk to me for my advice, it's usually about money stuff. How is my investment performing? Usually badly when they come and speak to me. Can you look at the charges on my pension? What should I do with my spare cash? And these are standard questions that people ask me. And I've been doing this for 25 years. I love getting into the nuts and bolts and the numbers. Don't get me wrong. I love, helping people put themselves into a better position than they were before they met me. That gives me a real buzz. But just imagine for a minute that you're sitting in your rocking chair. You're old. You're looking back at your life and looking back at your retirement. You're going to be thinking about how well your investments performed or how low the charges were on your pension. No, you're not. You're going to be thinking about, have I made a difference in my life? Have I had, about my great relationships that I had with my family and my friends and the community that I live in? And did I travel? I know it's harder at the moment to do that, but did I travel? Did I learn anything new? Did I enjoy the time with my grandchildren and so on? Whatever it may be to you, that will indicate that you've had a very fulfilling life. And these are the things that actually people say about their retirement when they come to the end of their life, not about their pension product or their investment product. So with that in mind, I will explain a bit about the first hat that I wear, which is what do I do well, first of all, people want to know, or people want to know, have I got enough money to live on in my retirement? And that's the biggest question that people have. And everybody has a different number. That should say, what's your number? We all have a number that we think will be enough to survive. We may have decided in our head what sort of income we want to live the life we want to live, therefore what amount of capital we would need to generate that income. And that's going to be different for all of us. So what you really want is how much you need to live to live the life that you dream about. So when we've discovered your number, I can help you firstly accumulate it. If you're in the early stages of your career or your business and you haven't got a lot of money, I can help you accumulate it. I can then manage it for you. I can then protect your life for you, protect your money. Then at the end, I can help you feel free to enjoy it before it's too late. You would be surprised how many clients I know that have a fear of spending. It's a big fear. They don't want to run out of money before they die, but they're afraid to spend the money they have and enjoy the life, or even give some of it away to their children. You know, that's a big part of my job as well, helping people to decide that it's okay to give some of their money away. But also, on the flip side, ensure that they don't run out of money before they die, because that wouldn't be good. So wearing the first hat as a life planner, we look very much in detail about where you are now with your life and where you want to be in the next 1 year, sometimes even 3 months. You know, is 3 months, people have goals for the next 3 months or 6 months, a year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. It's all different. You know, everybody's different. But we look about what you want to do with your life for the rest of your life. And people, you know, have told me things that they've never told anybody else about what their dreams are. Nobody's ever actually had that conversation with them. So we go to what we call the heart's core. What was really important to them? What really makes them tick? What really lights their torch, as we call it. Okay. So, you know, these are the sort of conversations that people don't have with anybody else, really, apart from a life planner. So once we've done the life planning bit, I would then put on my next hat, which is, I'll explain, which is harder to put on. Harder to put on. But this is one of my berets from the time when I was in the forces. There were signals, so I was in the signals regiment. And what I then do as a chartered financial planner is produce what I call a financial plan for you. So we've got a life plan. We know what we want to do with our life. We then wrap the financial plan around the life plan. So we identify what you've got now, any future money that you might inherit or from the sale of a house or business or whatever, future windfalls. What's your number? So what's your goal? What do you need? And then we start to prepare your lifetime cash flow plan, which is a living document. It's not a one-off thing that you then put in the drawer, forget about. It's something that we'll be constantly updating, constantly referring to as you go through your life and your financial plan. And basically it puts your life, your financial future in pictures. So you'll be able to see instantly whether you've got a problem or whether you've got, you've got plenty of money for what you want to achieve. And as we know, things don't always go necessarily to plan. I mean, was it Mike Tyson who said, it's great to have a fight plan, but until you get punched in the face. So, sometimes things come which throw a spanner in the works. So we can also play out some what if scenarios in your financial plan to say, well, what if, I become ill and I can't work? How is that going to affect the plan? And we can put in some strategies to deal with that as well. So that's my second hat. And then what my third hat represents is my my Spanish life. So this hat is something that I bought when we came to Spain to look at potential places to live. So this is very much part of my own life plan to come and live in Spain. But this would represent my plan, my third hat, which is as an IFA or independent financial advisor, which is really the sort of third string of the bow. If we've identified a need for you to have a product, shall we say, an investment or a pension or some sort of life or disability cover that you might need to protect your plan, it'll be tax efficient, it'll be low on fees and charges. These are all givens, really. It will have sufficient returns to meet your life plan, and that's very important because quite often I find people are taking too much risk in their investments. They're taking too much risk in their portfolios but they don't need to take as much risk because they don't want more money than their life plan needs. They will just be risking something in their life plan if they lose the money. So quite often people take lower levels of risk after we've done a proper analysis of their life plan. And then obviously there's regular reviews, which, as I said, are very important because you need to constantly change. What's that? I can't see that. 8 minutes? 8? Time. Is that time? Okay. All right. So there you go. Next steps. Well, the first thing is to have a discovery meeting, which is half an hour at my expense. And then we would go into the evoke process of the life planning, which is 5 different meetings: exploration, vision, obstacles, knowledge, execution. Then I produce a financial life plan for you, including the cash flow report, and then a quarterly check-in with you to make sure you're meeting your goals. Those are the fees which I'm basically discounting for BTB members. So that's for everything that I mentioned, the life plan and the 5 meetings to get to that point. So thank you for listening. Have a great life, and email me if you would like to have a discovery meeting. Say it's at my expense, so there's no cost to you. Thank you.